Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at how to beat down again. And today I have some pretty cool matchups I want to show you guys. So first we got Goblin Giant Sparky, and the second match I do have a Golem here. Yep, Golem. So let's start with Golem. So against Golem, you really want to space out your troops, right? At least there is no lightning, and it doesn't make the matchup any easier. This is a really good deck, and again, guys, I'm at around 1800 medals, so I'm very low. So do not. It helps a lot of you guys because most of you guys aren't at my level, but the people that are above and better than me, please don't listen to me and just take my advice for a grain of salt and just enjoy my presence. I guess. Please don't click away. But you know, so here we have a nice defense. I mean, not a nice defense. Mini P.E.K.K.A. gets a shot because that was a really good bar barrel, because if the fire spirit jumped on the mini P.E.K.K.A., I'm pretty sure it would have been fine. But as you guys know, I already won this game, so I'm gonna show you exactly how I started with 1,000 damage down on both towers and somehow won. So that was a really good Valk placement. So we kill the Goblin machine, and we don't take any damage. I go poison on this baby dragon because I don't want my cycle to be horrible. I have a friend, his Discord name is like Spurgle, and he was telling me how like you need to use your spells somewhat, like don't keep saving your spells, like you need to throw them out, like not throw them out, but you need to use them because you don't want like your cycle to get ruined, right? Because when your cycle is ruined like that, it just it just almost basically wraps, right? So I go for a nice Valkyrie, and I go for nice vines on top of his mega minions just so it doesn't kill it. And sadly, I vines too late, and it doesn't actually kill the mega minion, but the mega minion does end up dying, and we take substantial damage. But honestly, this deck, I feel like single elixir is where you get caught lacking. Once you hit double, it's relatively easy to beat. Like it gets easier and easier as the elixir climbs up, in my opinion. Actually, no, in double elixir, like you have a fighting chance. I feel like in single, this deck is just strong. Okay, this golden deck, like no matter what, it's like really strong. If you're playing against the race player, you're gonna like not do well, right? But the single elixir is the scariest part, especially if you get starting hand. And I know starting handing sucks, but you know, that's just how it is sometimes, right? So I do protect my Evo Furnace very well, and I think I do get a nice vines down on top of this baby dragon, or not. Okay, very good. I didn't get a vines down, so the baby dragon does end up dying. Look how much value my Evo Furnace is getting. So against this matchup, you want to take advantage of your Evo Furnace. Whenever you have Furnace in your hand, place it, because he has so much trouble dealing with my Evo Furnaces because he doesn't have a big spell, right? He only has vines, and vines doesn't do anything against Evo Furnace. His whole deck relies on trying to break through, right? And if in double elixir, it gets so much harder to break through compared to single. So that's how it is. And as you guys can see, we're just setting up a defense, right? Pretty simple, pretty easy. Go for a hut. I think I go for a nice little vines here just to stop everything in its tracks. Vines on defense is really good, right? So make sure you use vines on defense. This is getting a little scary, but my barbarian barrel does kill his furnace, or basically kill his furnace. And right now we're down like 3 elixir, which is not the end of the world. I have Evo Furnace coming up, so Evo Furnace should give me some positive value. And at this point we are even, or he leaked, so we're not even. So go with a nice goblin hut, and then at this point I'm trying to get a nice Evo Valkyrie vines, because I'm just trying to kill his support troops before he can golem. And as you can see, wow, look how much value I just got. I just killed everything on the board. I just cleared the board, and I still have an Evo Furnace down. We're going graveyard. You already know. Actually, no. I actually am more conservative because I don't want to lose. Well, I feel like if I went graveyard, I might have lost. I might have, but I might have won too. So I'm playing more conservative, which I think I do, like, I need to get better at, because I feel like I am a little too aggressive. And talking to players that are better than me, like they do tend to say like I am too aggressive when I talk to them about my gameplay. Anyway, so I get a nice poison on top of this Evo Furnace, and just to slow everything down. And this kind of scary. He kind of goes for a dual lane push, but my Valkyrie does indeed lock in. I'm getting so many furnace stacked, so the reason why Wait 1 second. So I had a huge blunder where my hut didn't hold a golem because I was a little too scared, and this guy keeps on going golem the bridge, and I don't know why, but man, I missed 2 pulls on the golems, guys. I played that horribly, but I still won simply because I spread my troops out. I didn't give him any vines value, and we claimed the W when we had a horrible start. So he kept on going golem the bridge, so he was not a good golem player. The next deck we're going to be playing against is Goblin Giant Sparky. Now, Goblin Giant Sparky usually does pretty well against Graveyard, but against Vines, the matchup is actually in our favor. I know that's crazy. Goblin Giant Sparky in Graveyard's favor, but that's how good Vines is. I mean, let's go. So he goes Zap. I know he's playing Beatdown. I think it's Giant Beatdown because I think it's like the Giant Evil Lumberjack Prince deck, but turns out to be Sparky. So against Sparky, you want to be pretty patient. You want to slow everything down, right? So get a nice hut, and then at this point, you know it's gonna be a Goblin Giant, right? Because the chance he has like normal Giant is like pretty slim. Because look at the meta, right? Again, nice Vines, Barbaro just take out the Sparky, but as you can see, I indeed missed, and it's okay because my Spirit Goblins are gonna take it out. And then because I didn't want to go with this Furnace, but because I knew I was overcommitting, but he goes bad, so I was like, okay, he just spent 2 elixir, like it's not gonna be the end of the world, right? So this is why Berserker is so good in this deck. It allows me to get the positive elixir trace to build back up my elixir bar, and it like kind of gets me positive elixir trace so I can get elixir advantages, and that's what you want in Graveyard. So he does indeed go for Sparky in the back end, and I just set up with the hut, man. I'm not trying to poison the Sparky because he has bats, and I might need to poison bats, so I'm just making sure, you know, that I do everything right. I'm just gonna get a nice Vines Barbaro on this. Nothing like too bad about this, and yeah, Sparky goes down. That's the main issue. Once Sparky goes down, it's pretty easy. I let the E-Wiz be because I do have a Goblin hut. Never mind. Okay, actually that was a good Berserker because no, I didn't predict that he was gonna go Zap. I just went Berserker because I was dumb. But looking back on it, that was a good Berserker, right? Because the Zap would have given the E-Wiz about like 500 damage. So I'm just on top of it right now, or not even on top of it, but I'm just doing really well right now. So now we have an Evil Furnace coming down, and I just, you know, same old. I go with the hut down low because, you know, there's no reason not to, right? So I get a nice Vines down, hopefully just to take out this stupid Sparky, right? That's the whole point. And the Sparky actually does end up going down. I'm pretty lucky, I would say. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what I'd do if that Sparky stayed alive, but the Goblin Giant goes down pretty easily. And at this point, you know, as you can see, I'm up like 1,000 damage, so it's always nice to see that. I just keep going for these low huts. I mean, I feel like he's having trouble breaking through these low huts, so I feel like that's like a good play to do. He actually opts to go opposite lane this time, and I do end up poisoning the Sparky because I wanted to fix my cycle, so I'm just gonna poison the Sparky. And now this is a little scary. The mini P.E.K.K.A coming is really scary because I don't really have a lot of Storm, and as you guys can see, it is just hard. I mean, I have the Vines on top of the not the mini P.E.K.K.A, Vines on top of the what's it called? Mini P.E.K.K.A, yeah, and can't Vines on top of the Sparky, so that's why the Sparky got a hit. And as you can see, Sparky just did half my half my tower, so that's awesome. I think I got a nice poison down on the bats. Too late. Gotta stop hesitating, you know? But that is fine. I mean, Sparky does not get a shot, which, man, if that got a shot, we would have been so done. Sparky did like about 2,000 damage. I go for a nice, what's it called? Furnace there. I go for a nice Falc. I go for a nice hut just to pull everything. And overall, situation is looking pretty good. I get a nice Vines down, I get a nice Berserker down, and as you guys can see, it's just, I feel like I'm playing pretty well. I think I go for a Valve just to protect my Furnace, and I get for another Furnace. Again, this against Beatdown without a big spell, right? you want to stack your furnaces, right? That's the main goal here. And if we're able to stack our furnace, then we usually do very well. So as you guys can see, I had to poison the bats because I didn't have any better answer, and he goes for a very dumb Dark Prince in my opinion. I think he overcommitted severely on that Dark Prince, and that was like, that thing was going nowhere. Like that wasn't going anywhere, right? Fortunately, my evil Valkyrie does end up killing the bats, and as you can see, at this point he just gives up because nothing he's doing is working. He's going for super aggressive pushes, and you know, he's overcommitting, and it's just, I'm just building up a significant elixir advantage, and that's how we win the game. Sorry for a short video, guys, but I hope you enjoyed Goblin Giant, Sparky, and Golem beatdown.